Hi friends, so today we're going to fill the DV lottery in less than 10 minutes. What you do is you go to Google, type in DV Visa Lottery, and it will take you to a page where you get a lot and lot of websites. And through all these websites, the correct one is the one from the US Department of State, okay? So you select the first or the second, which has the exact or the same website, which is u.s.department of state into brackets .gov. That is the same for the second one. So you select electronic diversity visa program and it's going to take you to this page. Now when you come to this page, also there are a lot of selections or options for you. So for those who haven't checked their results for the previous lottery, you can check your status here. But for today, we are going to begin a new entry. So you select begin an entry and it takes you to this page. Here you're to enter the authentication code, which has been highlighted correctly. Now once you have entered it correctly, you select submit and it takes you to the page where you are to enter your information to be part of the draw. So you first enter your family or your last name, your first name, and your middle name. If you don't have a middle name or a first name, you tick the boxes beneath those names, okay? Then you select your gender and you enter your date of birth. The month comes first, the day follows, and the year. Once you're done with that, you enter the city where you were born. If you have no idea where you were born, you take birth city unknown, which is just beneath that box, okay? The fifth question is to select the country where you were born, and a list of countries that are eligible for this year's lottery will be provided for you to select one. And if your country is among those eligible countries, then you need no action for the question 6, which is country of eligibility for the DV lottery, okay? You only select that if your country is not eligible, then you select the question 6. For the question 7, you are to provide your photograph. That is your passport size photograph. And the one I selected obviously was not eligible, or it didn't meet the requirement, okay? So if you take a look at it, you can see it's triangular shaped instead of square shaped. So it wasn't eligible, but I'll teach you how you can correct that shortly. The 8th question is to provide your mailing address. So you have to give the name of the recipient of the address, and then you provide the address itself. The address line 2 is optional, and so you can choose not to provide any information for that. Then the city where this address is located, and then the district or state. Then also postal code or zip code, if any. If you don't have it, you take no postal code or zip code, okay? Then the country where the address is also located. So that is for the question 8. Moving on to the question 9, you are to select the country where you live currently. So the country where you are filling the form from, okay? Once you select that, you move on to the next question, which is to enter your phone number. Now this question is optional. You can choose to enter your phone number or you choose not to. Then the 11th question, which is very important and vital, is your email address. So you enter your email address, then you confirm it. Now for the email address, it is important because the US Embassy will be communicating with you through this email address. So you make sure it's correct and it's active. If you don't have an email address, you can ask for a friend or a relative's email address so you can use it, okay? So that is why the email address is very important. The 12th question is to know the highest level of education you have achieved as at the day you are filling the form. So options are given to you to select from, and once you get that right, you move on to the next question, which is your current marital status. I'm currently unmarried, so I select that. If you're married, you need to provide information about your spouse and their photo, and you have to give the number of children if you have and their photo. Your children under 21 and are unmarried. So once you give that information, you continue. And unfortunately for me, I did something wrong on the page, and so I have to go through to make sure it is corrected. So I realized that my photo then meets the requirements you're looking for. Okay, so I needed to correct that, as you can see. And instead of you to cancel the entry and then start all over, you can go back to part 1 and then make any corrections. So I went back to part 1, then I went to the official website. I went through the instructions, which I'll leave links to in the description box, so you kindly check it out. And I'll also leave a video I made on the instructions also in my description box. Okay, so in going through the instructions, there will be a section where it gives you how you can get the exact photo you're looking for. And so once you find that, it's like a link. Okay, so here is it, example of acceptable photos. Here, on clicking on it, it takes you back to the US website and gives you example of images and the requirements for those images. Okay, so yes, these are the examples. And on your right side, you see there is a photo tool here. You can click, you should click on that if your photo does not meet their requirement. Click on that and you choose a passport size photo you have taken. When you select that, for me, mine didn't match because it wasn't squared, it was rectangular, so it could not automatically crop it, so I had to crop it manually. And there's a short tutorial here as to how you can crop it. Okay, so what you have to do, I use the arrows to straighten my images, and I use the red eye down there I fixed it to where my eyes are. Then it manually cropped it to meet the square size, and then the 600 by 600 pixels it was looking for. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, this is how I wanted it to be. If you like it this way, then you accept it and then you download the image to your device. So once you're done with this, you're good to use this image for your entry. Okay, so since I have corrected my image, I come back to the part 1, or where I was filling the form, and I select a new photo, which is the downloaded one, and I insert that or attach that to my form. Once I'm done, I click on the continue, and then it gives you the option for you to go through all the information you have provided, just to be sure that everything is correct and accurate. Okay, so you go through everything, and once everything is correct, then you go ahead and you submit the entry. Now, every information provided here is for the purpose of the video. Okay, when you submit it, it brings you to the confirmation of your submission page. Now you are to keep this page, either print it or take a screenshot and save it somewhere safe. Okay, now all this was done under 10 minutes, so you can also do it. All the links I've mentioned or opened will be in the description box. Also, instructions about or on this DV lottery will also be in the description box, so kindly check it out. If you have come this far, thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Kindly hit on the subscribe button and share the video.